All right, ladies and gentlemen, good Tuesday morning. Let's go ahead and throttle up and get airborne for our primary live trade brief. Got a lot going on. Jerome Powell. We got 2 days of Jerome Powell sitting in front of our elected representatives. Should be fun. Should see some fireworks. Should potentially see some market moving stuff. If you missed yesterday, we did our solo Amazon brief. Let me give you the link to the replay page. All the replays from yesterday, today, tomorrow will be on this page. Tomorrow, I'm flying a French media reporter or something like that, wants to do a story on veteran suicide and psychedelics and all sorts of stuff. So I'll be doing tomorrow's brief from our hangar, which will be awesome. Love getting the word out about our healing mission. Shared this with you yesterday. If you didn't get a chance to read it, the Fox News story about aviators, the aviator air crew side of the house, and the injuries that we experience as on active duty, and then what we suffer with as veterans. So we'll talk more about this stuff tomorrow in accelerated retirement, because this is the sector you got to get bullish on. If you're not bullish on the psychedelic space, start like today or tomorrow if you haven't heard the brief yet. Real quick, we're going to cover solo Amazon. That's what we were talking about yesterday. So some folks had some questions I saw in customer support. I need to do a better job of selling stuff. I suck at selling because this stuff sells itself. Did you not see that people, if you're a potential member, you needed to see some of the case studies yesterday of the incredible success our members are seeing. So real quick, solo Amazon, it's our newest live trading service. It's only $970 a year. I'll give you 2 months free if you do the annual membership, $970. If you want to do month to month, and that's kind of our test flight, right? Solo Amazon for $97 a month is the test flight. Let me give you the link, even though it's on your screen right here. Trade groups. This is our homepage, solo Amazon, right there. $97 a month is a crappy bottle of wine. If you can't afford a crappy bottle of wine, I don't know how you're trading. So that's our gateway drug to get airborne here at TOPGUN Options. So right there is your link to join. Let me just give you a quick brief about everything you get with solo, and then we'll get airborne. Last year, we crushed Amazon, $136,000 ish, 126 trading Amazon. Just absolutely blew the doors off of it. We got folks making a shit pot of money trading Amazon. 200 grand up, 200%, 70 grand, 20 grand, over $100,000. There was, 2 people who gave their case studies yesterday. Charles is over $1 million in the past 2 years, and other folks were 100, 150 grand. So solo Amazon, folks, it's not day trading, right? It's not trading the S&P 500 or doing volatility or all sorts of other stuff that we're going to talk about today and tomorrow. It's slow and steady wins the race. It's a trade that sits in the background. We'll trade the front month in Amazon. Obviously, we have a weekly bull put spread that's on. Got some short calls. I mean, we'll trade the front months, but the synthetic stock that's sitting in the background, as long as Amazon keeps moving up and to the right, it literally prints money, folks. This isn't hard. So, and I stepped you through yesterday, instead of spending $23,000, about $3 grand. I saved you $20,000 yesterday with an options tactic. I don't know why you'd spend $23,000 to buy Amazon stock. You're an idiot if you do. And I totally mean to offend you. There is no reason to buy Amazon stock. You don't get a dividend and you don't get the vote. Why would you spend 23 grand when you could spend whatever it was yesterday? 3. Stupid. Trading stock is for chumps unless you get an insane dividend, which we'll talk about tomorrow. Wiz, I work. Well, guess what? 80% of TOPGUN Options members work. We got an app, baby. We have an app. Instantaneous alerts go out You saw me yesterday. I stopped the brief and I send out an alert, and everybody gets it on their app. For all the old folks who don't like apps, I send out an email after the brief with the trades and everything like that. And obviously the replay gets posted about, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. Depends on how long I talk, is how long it takes to upload the replay. But a lot of folks, Chris, I remember this guy years ago. He's like, I'm so geeked. I've been a subscriber for almost 3 years now, and this is the first time I've been able to attend live. I only know you from the replays. That's pretty cool. You're also going to get your manuals. Download these, read them, then read them again, and then read them a 90th time. These are included. So let me do the math for all the political science majors in the room. It's $97 a month. Yep. For the rest of my life, unless I am smart and do an annual. Yep. The manuals, if I went to buy them on your web page, are $197 a month, or just $197. So I'm saving $100. Yes, that's what they call in marketing an irresistible offer. So these are yours, man. So you're already making $100. So here's what you get: access to the brief. It's every Monday at 10 a.m. The app and email alerts, the manuals, and you get access to that online ready room I showed you yesterday. It's on your app and it's on the web. You can ask me questions. You can ask your fellow TGO members questions. You get the trade alerts. Everything's on the app. I'm not going to do any more case studies. You saw them yesterday live. I took screenshots of people telling me how they were doing. $97 a month, folks. Like I said, this is the gateway drug. This is how you join TGO to check out what we're doing. Today, we're going to talk about Full Throttle. It is not part of Solo Amazon. This is its own standalone service. I'm telling you, you have got to take the training, right? But wait, there's more. The Flex Seal tape guy. It's only $297, folks. It's called Options Weapons School. 6 sessions. Okay. This is the stock market, all the way down to this is synthetic stock. These are an hour and a half each. You can, when people watch these multiple times, just to let everything sink in. Other crappy places charge thousands of dollars for this type of training. It's $297, folks. So make sure you take that. Okay. Case study, folks. We're going to get into Full Throttle today. Solo Amazon, for the last time, is not part of Full Throttle. So today and tomorrow, it's called Full Throttle. It's a separate service, but this is the gateway drug for people who want to kick the tires at TOPGUN Options and make sure I'm not a complete idiot. Okay. I tell people, simplify your trading cockpit, folks. You do not need to trade 30 stocks and everything like that, indexes. Amazon is absolutely diversified in and of itself. Did you not see the earnings? AWS, Amazon Pharma, Amazon Prime, Amazon Air, Amazon everything. It is completely diversified. You are not putting all your eggs in one basket. There's about 12 baskets underneath Amazon that if they broke Amazon up, I'd buy the 12 stocks underneath it because they would create little monopolies in each of the areas that Amazon dominates in. I don't call this trading the Death Star for nothing. It literally is taking over the universe. Any questions on Solo Amazon before we go ahead and get airborne? Everything's on the order page right here. I gave you the link, $97 a month. Okay, you got it, Sam. Amazon is the father of the stock market. I like that. All right, let's go ahead and get airborne. We have a lot to talk about. I already told you the replay is posted on the replay page. You can find that. Strategic part of the brief. A major exercise by the U.S. Air Force appears to be going where? Off the coast of Mexico last night. 7 tankers, 1 KC-135 tanker, all operating right here off Mexico, folks. I shared with you last week, RC-135s, the rivet joints. We are doing a lot, and they're also doing it over on the Gulf of America side. Brownsville, Texas. We have intelligence assets flying all over this place. You are about to see the wrath of God come down on Mexico. I guarantee you this is what's happening. We're not just going in guns a-blazing. This isn't clear and present danger, right? Tom Clancy novel. Let's just send a little, Delta Force team in, This is, I guarantee you, what do we got? Like 20 days left? Donald Trump gave the president a month. We'll send 10,000 troops to our northern border. Okay, great. We'll debrief at the 30-day point. If you haven't sat on these cartels and stopped or minimized the flow of drugs that kill, and folks, I get it, man. Why is there a flow of drugs into this country? Demand. Donald Trump, as a businessman, should recognize this. Maybe if you reduce the demand, Donald, we wouldn't have this issue. Separate conversation. Clearly, you guys know me. All of these drug addicts in the United States need ibogaine. You're replacing one drug with another drug. You're an idiot. You don't know that ibogaine is a plant that God put on this planet for us to heal. And you can do it once, and you will never crave a drug or alcohol again. I promise you. So I get it that we have a demand issue on this side, but that is controllable. We can control the demand issue on this side. But folks, you're about to, in the next 4 years, you're going to see some crazy shit. He is going to tell this Mexico lady, because he already designated, folks. Remember, just because, the market only cares when it cares. Remember, all of these things are going on, even if you don't care about it. How many times do I have to tell you in Iran, when the world isn't paying attention to them building their nuclear weapon, which they are, does Habib go, all right, everybody go home. I'll call you guys back to work the next time they care about this. This shit is happening. We're sitting in a live trade brief and we're talking, stuff is happening. So don't be surprised. This is why we do a strategic part of our brief. Don't be surprised when something like this happens. Donald Trump designated Mexican drug cartels as a terrorist organization, just like the Houthis, just like Hamas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. So technically, under the law, he can be smoking these people right now. Who's to say he's not? Right? How dare you send our troops into another sovereign country without, they are a terrorist organization and they deserve to die. Period. They're killing kids, they're killing hundreds of thousands of Americans every year. I don't like foreign overseas wars, but something like this, our next door neighbor doing this shit, I'm all for that. Not some civil war in Eastern Europe or Gaza. Really don't care. All right, here we go. What was on that one? So, it was China right here. China's Xi is building economic fortress against U.S. pressure. Whoa. Read these headlines, man. Let them sink in. As Trump turns up the heat on Beijing, China is trying to become more technology self-sufficient. Aha! We briefed this yesterday, but if you weren't in solo Amazon because you're not a member, you're a fool. I'll rebrief this really quick. This is bad for U.S. tech companies. China's strategy and trade war threaten U.S. tech companies. I've seen Elon Musk in China before, bowing before the Xi Jinping because of Tesla. I've seen, what's his name, Tim Cook, beg before their dear Chinese overlords. The day will come when China sends out an email. You have until noon to let us know if you're with us or the United States, or we're literally booting. And don't tell me this can't happen. If you were here during COVID, I remember, or I'm sorry, one of those things China destroyed the world with, the last trade war. On one of the rounds, I've shared with you an article. I love Zero Hedge. People were hiding their iPhones in China. They weren't using them at the coffee shop because the government came out and said, iPhone, Apple will be booted out of this country if this trade war gets worse. People quoted in this article from China were like, oh my God, this is like it's against the state. So we're not even taking out our iPhones in public. Don't give me this bullshit that China would not do this. They can do it in the blink of an eye. Tell me what happens to Apple stock when they get booted out of China. Folks, you can dictate economic things at the end of a bayonet in China. So this is a massive threat. As your instructor pilot, my job is to brief you on threats. This is a threat to U.S. tech companies. Jeff Bezos years ago was on stage and went out of his way to say what? We are a U.S. company. You think Google, Apple, and all these other limousine liberal companies are, they'll fold like a cheap suit? I don't know what's going to happen, man. Or I do know what's going to happen. They will be threatened with choose And if they choose the US, which they should, their stock's going to get destroyed. If they choose China, Donald Trump's going to destroy their stock. So buckle up, Buttercup. This stuff isn't hard, folks. You need to be able to pick up your binoculars and look into the future when you see these type of headlines. China Xi building economic fortress against pressure. They're threatening tech companies. We haven't even, what was it, 10%? We haven't even really, this is a trade skirmish with China. Does Xi look like a guy that he backs down? Does Trump look like a guy he backs down? Again, the market only cares when it cares. We're not super caring right now. We're getting there. Okay, so we're going to talk about double verticals in a little bit because look at this. You know, there's the election of, Donald Trump. Yay! Holy crap. Look at those. Look at that. I'm 10-1 in double verticals, man. Filthy money. It's free money with these double verticals. So we'll brief that in a second when we get tactical. Trump's next round of tariffs, steel and aluminum. Oh boy. I'm here for it, man. I'm definitely an America first guy. That's made me sound like a nationalist. I'm sick of funding transgender operas in Ireland and bullshit. Folks, and AIDS has been around since the 80s, 70s, 80s. 40 years later, we're still responsible for like giving money to countries in Africa for AIDS. It's a money laundering machine. These feel-good liberal NGOs, right? Non-government. If you get more than 51% of quote donations from the government, you're not a non-governmental organization. This infuriates me. I'm on the Doge website where you can I'm not even going to badmouth it, but let's just say there are so-called veteran nonprofits that, whatever. This is infuriating to me, folks. So we have a lot of volatility on the radar. Initially, I was buy the market 2025 Trump rally with both hands. I have completely changed that, right? I can have 4 different strategic mindsets. Bullish, things are going to go up. Bearish, things are going to go down. Neutral, we're going to chop sideways. Volatile. My 2025 updated prediction is absolute volatility. Not only with the trade wars, folks, but did you see this stuff? The jobs? I'm still trying to dig into the jobs number. Well, the biggest thing I took out of the jobs number was that Americans are losing jobs. Foreign-born workers, just about every job went to a foreigner. Oh, and by the way, I'm bullish on NVIDIA people. It's AI's putting white-collar people out of work too. AI will destroy the human race, period. Did you not watch John Connor in The Terminator? Or Neo in The Matrix. AI will put billions of people on this planet out of work. So what do? Universal basic income? Are there riots? What happens? These people who make these AI things that put all of us out of work, Mark Zuckerberg, going to live on his island fortress in Hawaii like a Bond villain. I put everybody out of work. Now, SEAL teams, veteran SEAL team guys protect me. The first people that will turn on him are, of course, the guys that protect him. Okay, we're going to talk about Jerome Powell in a second. What else? Oh, look at this. The Magnificent Seven are so last year. Cash cows are the new kings. Could not disagree with Spencer Jacob more. A twist on value has investors waking up to the beauty of companies returning gobs of cash to shareholders. Stupid. Awful article, right? The Magnificent Seven, right? NVIDIA, Apple, Tesla, Amazon, blah, blah, blah. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is an idiot. Would you rather have, we're going to talk about, some psychedelic names tomorrow. Well, they're not really psychedelic names. The REITs that return a nice, healthy dividend, 7%, 3%. Ladies and gentlemen, if I'm not making 10% in a month return, I feel like I failed miserably in my life and my existence, right? So if getting a little dividend back floats your boat, good on you. I think the exact opposite. Amazon isn't the Death Star because it gives a dividend out. It's an absolute waste of money. Take the money and do something with it, which Amazon does. So I saw this article this morning and I literally was laughing out loud. A twist on value has investors waking up to the beauty of, if you want to invest like Warren Buffett, knock yourself out. Slow and steady wins the race. If you want to make a couple 100% return in a year, welcome to Top Gun options. And not crazy shit that we're doing, folks, but seeing stuff like this, like the Magnificent Seven or so last year, it's so stupid. I'm like, exactly, Scott. The money in Bezos' hands is better. That's exactly right. Instead of me getting a little 7% back or whatever, I'd rather him go spend it. I already briefed you on this, but I need to keep prepping the battlefield for you that the BLS, the Biden Labor Statistics Department, didn't change to Trump on election day, did it? These career economists, these GS-15s at the BLS, can't stand Donald Trump. You are going to see horrific macroeconomic data going forward. In the blink of an eye, Chuck Schumer went from not saying a word about high prices to saying a word about high prices every day. I knew that. You knew this was going to happen. Trump was going to get hit within hours. Why aren't egg prices lower? Oh, so now you give a shit about high prices. You caused them, right? And of course, Trump's in the unenviable position of having to say, I got to get a little time here, folks. Nope, you said you did. So here we go. So, but this is coming. This is why I'm telling you there's also volatility coming. I was bullish on Trump and everything like that for what? Deleting regulation. He says for every new regulation some government entity wants to enact, you have to take out 10 existing ones. So obviously, small business, medium, big business is going to like that. Less regulation from Uncle Sam is a win. That's bullish, right? So, and obviously, it's on. I'm going to be Marty Feldman right now. I wish I was listening to this. We probably should have did this in the afternoon because I want to see what Jerome Powell's going to be saying here. I love the fact that Tim Scott's the chair of that committee. That makes my heart smile. I'd support that guy for president. He's a good dude. All right. We already talked about Amazon yesterday. Whatever. Let's start getting tactical. CBOE. This is a gift. Sit up straight and buy CBOE with both hands. It's pulling back after the run up in earnings. It's a gift. This is a gift here. You got to buy it. So look at this. Buy the rumor, sell the news. They are printing money. I actually rolled, I rarely do this, but I rolled my calls down this morning. What did I do? I bought the close. I had the 215s and I rolled them down to the 202 and a halves. And it's already, wait a minute, is that right? Oh, I need to roll those up. I did that wrong. So, but let's go back to CBOE. Fourth quarter results were extremely strong. CBOE reported strong fourth quarter results. You can dig into them if you want. They are printing money. CBOE is a name that prints money, okay? So here's the main reason. First of all, they're printing money right now. Strong earnings. Buy the rumor, sell the news. It's a thing, right? It's not selling. Let me do that one more time and show you the chart. If you're new to Wiz and Wall Street and trading, this is called buy the rumor, sell the news. This is why retail traders hate investing, because they don't know what they're doing. I'm bullish on CBOE because they print money. They printed money and the stock went down and I lost money. Do you not know this, right? So they run it up into earnings, they sell it, and then they do what? When you bail, they'll buy it back. So this is a gift right now. The CBOE down here is an absolute gift. We're back up at 220 in no time. So very bullish on CBOE because of the earnings. even more bullish because of something that I absolutely hate. CBOE announces plans to launch 24/5 equities trading. I'm going to date myself. Back in the day when I started trading options, the only thing we had was monthly options or quarterly. We had quarterly and monthly options. I was in the CBOE, the CBOT, in 2006. This is when I'm going to age myself. I was at Peak 6 Investments. I was in charge of the group. We were switching all the tech from fractions to decimal points. And then I got hit with weekly options. Now we're doing daily options. Now CBOE is moving to 24/5 US equities trading. I take my night trap an hour before bed, sleep like a baby. I used to be up at the witching hour, right? Why do they call it the witching hour? Look that up. 3 o'clock in the morning, staring at the ceiling like, oh, great. Not anymore, baby. Very happy with my sleep because of night trap. Who is going to, do you want to wake up at 3 in the morning now and have to look at your S&P 500 trade? I am furious about this. I will not be doing this. So, anyway, no, equity options, Vic. These are options, man. CBOE doesn't trade, they trade equity options. So we continue to hear from market participants globally, especially my buddy in Hong Kong, that they want access to this. So while you're asleep, now my buddy at Macquarie in Hong Kong is going to be able to be moving my positions around. I am not happy about this at all. Okay, so this is your, and if I haven't done this because I'm busy, trade plan. I should have uploaded. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I'll give you a trade plan. Step 3 of our trade plan is what? Commit criteria. Why am I committing capital, my hard-earned money that I'm making, into this position? This is your commit criteria, folks. Blowout earnings, very strong earnings, and we're launching a new revenue scooping arm, right? So where's TGO? Where's the CBOE? Where is it? Oh, right here. This is why I save things. Here is the last part of your commit criteria, folks. Look at this. A thrill-seeking trade amps up heading into 2025. Stock options are soaring with everyday investors wagering, can't stand that, on market whipsaws. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the picture. Political science major from South Jersey, Wiz, sitting in the board of trade right here. That looks like an Amazon chart, folks. This is the average daily options volume annually. If you're the guy that runs CBOE, who I've interviewed before, this is, are you insane not to get long-term bullish on CBOE? Enough. Any questions on CBOE, man? This is, yeah, I'll give you this link. So blowout earnings, 24/5 options trading, and everybody and their mother, except mine, I trade options for my mother, wants to trade options. I love this for TOPGUN options because everybody's going to come here. So long-term bullish on CBOE, CBOE. I can't believe I sold the wrong. I need to fix that trade. All right. So I have nothing else to say about commit criteria. I just gave it to you because I'm awesome. You can get long-term bullish out to January and 2027. Here's my existing position. I am long-term bullish at 200. You know what? This is the trade I would do today, folks, because we're at 206 right now on CBOE. We're technically in between 200 and 210. So I'm going to save myself some time. I love saving myself some time. So here you go. Analyze. Here is the exact position except this short call. Let me fix that. Let me fix that. This should be the 207.5. I did this wrong. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this. The window, Joe, that's what I'm doing right now. This is the trade I would do today on CBOE. Let me step through it. It is synthetic stock, just like we did yesterday on Amazon. It's the exact same process. I sell a put and I buy a call at the same strike, 200, and the same expiration, Jan of 2027. Let me get all the yellow out of the way. Does everybody see this? You sell a put, you buy a call, same strike, same expiration. Right now, you're looking at my beautiful face in a window that's got a camera icon on the top. Click it right now. So you can build this trade on your own, because I'm going to save a lot of time here to go talk about the S&P 500, because CBOE is close enough to the trade that I have on. Does everybody understand? Now you go down and buy a disaster put at 160. Okay. Buy the disaster put at 160. I think it should be 180, but okay. And then I would sell Friday, folks, upside call, the 207.5. Okay. I'll screenshot this and throw it on a replay. This is the trade I would do today. One more time with the commit criteria, folks. Strong Q4 earnings. Options trading is exploding, and they're doing 24/5 equities. Somebody red team this. Let me red team before you red team it. I'm going to red team it. You ready? What if something bad happens? Wiz, the trade wars, the war, everything you're going to hit me with means what? More money for CBOE. You know when CBOE really prints filthy money? When the shit hits the fan. Folks, when the market's going straight up or straight down, there's less volatility. This is a target-rich environment for CBOE, folks. Anything you're going to hit me with a red team, you know, short of electronic terrorist attack against the CBOE. Well, of course, that if they're not making money, that's a red team thing. But I'm talking about if you're going to hit me with something negative in the stock market, CBOE will do better. This, I've said this before in the past, folks, this is a recession-proof trade. Wiz, what if markets start imploding because the economy's bad? What part of CBOE will print money did you not hear? So it's almost like recession-proof, okay? I mean, this this is a stock you do synthetic stock on. How many times I have to tell you? You only do synthetic stock on a trade that is on a stock that's moving up and to the right like this. Does anybody see a trend? Political science majors, unite. I see a trend. Any questions on CBOE? Okay. So, yeah, Tony, good mutual support. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, when you go to place this trade, it's a debit. I hate the word debit, a debit to your account, your debit card. Debit means what? You're coming out of pocket. I don't necessarily hate it with trading because I know I'm going to print money in it. But Tony brings up a good point. As soon as you try and place this trade or get filled on it, it's going to be showing a loss. The guy, the gal, the machine on the other side of the trade isn't going to fill you on the synthetic stock for a loss to them. There'll be a magic spot in between the bid ask where you'll get filled, but you're going to immediately be down a little bit. If you're not prepared for that, stop trading, put your money in a Folgers can in the backyard and go do something else. You're a miserable person and trader. A synthetic stock is almost never instantaneously profitable. Maybe once in over 3 decades of doing this, I got filled on it. And like 5 minutes later, breaking news, something awesome happened. Never, almost never will that happen, folks. Does everybody understand that? So Tony, good mutual support. Thank you for that. Tony's a smart TGM member. Lauren, is low option interest going to be an issue for getting in the CBOE synthetic combo? Nope. What should you have rolled it to? The 207.5, Paul, I need to adjust. So folks, I had the 215 short calls at the Friday, CBOE imploded. These short calls were up 90% this morning. I meant to roll them down to the 207.5. I clicked the wrong strike. Don't be an idiot like Wiz. Let me fix this. I need to adjust those short calls because right now they're in the money. I mean, hell, the 207, I need to adjust these. I need to roll up, create order. I need to buy the close, the 207.5, and sell to open the 207.5. That was stupid. Very dumb of me. There we go. Now all is right in the world. Very dumb. Squeeze the trigger. Didn't have my glasses on. I'm like, all right, 207.5. They were the 2.5, Wiz. All right, well, I fixed it. Any questions on the CBOE trade? Okay, this is a no-brainer, man. Again, I hate talking like that. We could probably still see some, it fills the gap here back down to, oops, hang on. Buy the rumor, sell the news. It looks like, 195, 200 is kind of a resting heart rate right now. So maybe, it's got further downside to come. But one more time, just like Amazon, they blew out the earnings, but had weak forward guidance. That's a buy, man. Okay. So if you want to wait, it might still have more to go. You can sit on your hands. I would not. This trade is that far into the future that get in it, right? There were people who bought it up here at, 217, and it's, off 15 bucks or 12 bucks right now. So from that high, buy it. Or don't. You do whatever you want. I'm telling you to absolutely buy it. You're the tick, the trader in command. All right, SPX. Anytime Elizabeth Warren is talking to Jerome Powell, you want to listen. But folks, we need some dueling dogfighting going on. Donald Trump with these trades and tariffs a beautiful word and everything like that. We have another descending triangle going on right here. Where's 6,000? Right here. You see this? Anybody see a trend? We did that over here before. Where was it? It was this descending triangle. It was what, 5,900, right? We had that. And what did it do? It busted out to the downside and then ripped higher. So I'm not super Joe technical analysis. It's something I look at, but that's a bearish descending triangle at 6,000. And oh, by the way, look down here. Every time you see a MACD crossing, something happened. You can do this. Violent move up or down. It's a little bit of a lagging indicator, but when you have something like this, they're together right now. Very rarely do you see a together for a while and then something's going to happen. So something's about to happen. Which way, Wiz? I don't know, man. I'm not Nostradamus. My call sign is Wiz. But we can dogfight. We can put on dueling bullish and bearish trades out weeks into the future. And what do I think is going to happen? We're going to get a violent move in one direction, and we're going to get a violent move in the other direction. Right now, I'm feeling a little to the bearish side, man. You wake up every day and there's a new shotgun blast out of Trump against somebody, some country, and then they shotgun blast us back. So we can have dueling trades on. So since I'm feeling to the bearish side, we'll start with that one. 6,100 looks like a good roof of the market right now, right? What did we top out at? Let's go look. S&P 500, 6128 was the high. All right, let's go out to the that's the regular February expiration is rate. It's let's go out to the end of February, right? This covers our February shit show. All right. Now, if you're new to Top Gun options, grab a pen and a piece of paper. I'm going to step you through some cool stuff right now. Wiz, I have no idea what the S&P 500 is going to be doing by February 28th. Neither do I, but we can look at the options market and look at price. You ready for this Tuesday morning blinding piece of brilliance? Price is price. Okay, it is what it is. So let's look at what the options market thinks the S&P 500 will be doing by February 28th. Right now, the S&P is close to 60.60. So I'm going to click on 60.60 and look at what we call the at the money straddle out to Feb 28th. Ladies and gentlemen, it is $130, double that. It's, speaking of Elizabeth Warren, it's the TP. So not me, the options market. You see the green part of the TP here? This is the range that the options market right now, when I said the words options market, is pricing, is saying that the S&P is going to stay between. With how much degree of certainty? 54%, better than half, right? So the options market is saying we're going to stay below, let me write that down, 6190 and above 5930. Okay. All right. That gives me a starting point. Okay. I'm walking you down the funnel here. 6190. Okay. Hell, 6190 would be a new record high up here. And then 5930 is in between the 50-day moving average and the 150-day down here. So kind of what we call what? No man's land. This is World War I trench warfare, folks. You see these lines, these moving averages? The market does not like living in between moving averages. As you can tell, these are usually magnets. The market gets pulled down or up to one, and usually violently, right? So, that would be crazy for that to get down there. Let's see if that was the 100. Let's look at the 100-day. I haven't looked at 100 in a while. Yeah, there we go. So we got down to the, look at that. So the market doesn't like living in white space here. All right, so having said all of that, now let's go start building a trade. The first trade I'm going to look at is the roof. And then we'll go pick a basement. All right, so here we go. Let's go, let's get tactical here. All right, the roof was 6190. Let's go all the way up to 6190. We're not going to get any premium. So I'll go to 6190 first. I'm going to tell you there's probably not going to be too much premium up there. Why? Because this isn't new, right? You're not hearing a little secret here at TOPGUN Options like, hey, go look at the at-the-money straddle and we'll make some money up there. The options market knows what the at-the-money straddle is. They're not going to pay you to take little risk, right? Little risk, little reward. A lot of risk, a lot of reward. Welcome to life. Welcome to trading. So, and I, because I've been doing this 3 decades, know that the S&P 500 trades around what? $25 increments. Okay, they're on my screen right now. It moves. It likes to get pulled up to a $25 increment. That's what it trades in. Trust me. So to get some, the premium's actually not that bad up here, actually. The risk to reward is just above my minimum 1 to 0.25. So let's go down to a 25, meaning 61.75. Now we're talking. The risk to reward is a good looking 1 to 0.37. So this is the bear call spread I would place up top. Sell a Feb 28th, 61.75. That's me saying by 3 weeks from now, the market ain't going to be above 61.75. What if you're wrong, Wiz? Rarely happens, but I was this morning with those short calls. Buy upside calls. Okay, $1.40. We'll try and eke out $1.40. The market is liking what Jerome Powell is saying right now in front of the Senate Finance Committee. So there you go. Jerome Powell started talking. Okay, so looking at this screen, folks, let's just round up and say $1.40, double it. Write it down right now, 280. Why 280? That is where you would maybe eject out of this trade to avoid the maximum loss. We haven't even placed a trade yet, and we're talking about where we'd maybe eject for minimum loss. Okay. Now, the first place we look when we analyze this trade is the max potential loss. You, as the tick, the trader in command, need to put a check mark there. I understand that's my max potential loss, Wiz. Acknowledged. I'm the tick. Now you can go look up here. Wow, max potential profit, 71% probability of making 140 bucks. I already briefed this yesterday. I'll do it real quick. We make money 3 out of 4 ways in this bear call spread, which is also a credit spread. What's way number 1? There's the current price of the S&P 500. It goes down. You make money. Wiz, we hovered. We're hovering for 3 weeks as people are waiting to see what Trump does next. You make money. What's the 3rd out of 4 ways you make money? It can go up a little bit as long as it stays below the break even, which is that right there. The 1 way out of 4 you lose money is we just rip higher. Ain't no trade wars, ain't no wars. Peace, love, and understanding is broken out. Donald Trump is whatever. That's a possibility. I have briefed it, so now you know everything. Here's what we could do. Here's what you could do, I could do, anybody can do. Just this. Wiz, I'm just putting a little roof on. I think we're going to have some volatility for the next 3 weeks, but we ain't going to rip higher. Mexico and Canada are not going to stop the flow of fentanyl. Trump is probably going to be pissed and something's going to happen. China, bigger broadside, whatever. Okay. Now it's $1.45. You could first of all, you could do nothing. Wiz, I'm going to sit on my hands for the next 3 weeks. I have my synthetic stocks in the background working. Not gonna throw darts. This ain't throwing darts, but you might think that. You could just do this. I'm just going to put a roof on it. Okay. Or you could do, so one more time, let me show you what we just did. We put a roof on the S&P 500 out here. If you think we do have this descending bearish pennant and we are going to break to the downside here, you could take some of the credit you just took in selling this bear call spread and buy a bear put spread down here underneath all the spaghetti, right? So let's go look at that. What was the bottom? 59.30. The bottom of the at the money straddle was 59.30. And you know that it likes 50, 25, 75. So let's do, we'll do 59.50. Okay. All right. So buying a single Feb 28 59.50 put, whoa, Wiz, we went from a credit spread to a big debit. Yeah, why? Ladies and gentlemen, why is divorce expensive? It's worth it. Why are these puts, a single 59.50 put, why is it so expensive? It's worth it. There are people, machines, people, firms, who think we are going to implode down to 59.50, so it's expensive. If you did this trade, you're risking 3,200 bucks to potentially make $500,000 bucks. You will not make $500,000 bucks, even if the S&P 500 goes to 0. Why? Because we're all dead. The world got eliminated in a nuclear exchange and the markets are at 0. So it's almost physically impossible for that to happen. But obviously you can move your slider around here and say something more realistic. If it did really implode on a Trump trade war, we could do this. This tactic on your screen right now is called a burner trade. If you saw me taking off on a cross country in front of my family and friends, I'd stay at about 3 feet above the runway and max afterburner in a cushion of air called ground effect. I'd get to the fence at the end and go straight up at about 400 knots. I call this tactic a burner trade. You essentially have almost unlimited profit. Now, I don't know about that, Wiz. I don't want to risk 2,700 bucks. Okay, neither do I. why don't we sell a lower strike put underneath it at a 25 strike? Let's go 59.25. So we technically cap our potential profit, but you know as well as I do, S&P ain't going to zero. This looks a little bit more doable. I'm spending $270. Yep, let's go take a look at the risk. You're risking $770 to make over $2,000. Now look at the picture. Bear call spread, bear put spread. This is called a bearish double vertical. It's just two vertical spreads on top of each other with the same strategic mindset. Okay, hell of a lot cheaper than that burner trade, but my profit is limited. Yeah, it is. Duh. So you can either do nothing, do the bear call spread, do the bearish double vertical, or, and I'm running out of time, we'll cover this tomorrow, do the exact opposite. Wiz, there is no chance in hell in the next 3 weeks the market implodes. I believe it's going to have a rip your face off rally. Good. That's what makes a market, and that's why I'm also going to put on a bullish double vertical. But ladies and gentlemen, one of the best things about being an options trader is you can sit here in a brief and go, dude clearly smoked crack this morning. He's high. I believe the exact opposite. You ready for this? Reverse the buy sell on this order ticket and do the exact opposite. Do you understand me? You can do the exact opposite. I love this. David, yes, I absolutely did. I do $5 wide on the bear call spread, and I do 25 wide on the bear put spread. Why? Do your full throttle training. Become a member today when I show you how to join full throttle in a couple minutes. Let me grab a screenshot of this because I'm going to send this out to my members right now. SPX, what's today's date? 2/11. Oh my God, my 31st wedding anniversary is tomorrow. Thank God I just looked at the date. Holy shit. February, it was 2 days before Valentine's Day, February 12th, 1994. Oh boy. SPX 211 metric. Okay, hold on. I'm not going to say any questions because I'm going to go hook my current members up. All right, over in the hunters, you're going to get access to the hunters today, maybe if you join. I go to trade alerts. New SPX bearish double vertical. What was the date? Feb 28. New SPX Feb 28 bearish double vertical. Oh, you know what? I forgot the CBOE trade. And new CBOE synthetic. I'll put all these trades together so you don't get death by alerts. I click at everyone. So all the members, 257 members in here, get this alert. Okay, let me grab the screenshots here. So I'm showing you the power of this fully operational Death Star. No, well, I am. This is a fully operational Death Star. I'll do the synthetic first, or the double vertical, I mean, and then add the CBOE trades. CBOE and CBOE. All right. So right now, 257 members are getting an alert on their app. I love technology. And then my lifetime members obviously get it too. New SPX, bearish double vertical, Feb 28, and CBOE, SYN stock. There's SPX. So like I said, you get an app alert, and then I'll send an email after the brief. That's snail mail, man. That's like getting something in the mail. Okay. CBOE, and I have to write something in here. It doesn't let you just click images or load image. CBOE is a gift here slight pullback after earnings. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Fire. My phone's buzzing, which means I just got the alert. Okay. Oh, thank you. Bearish double vertical. Duh. Bearish. I clicked the wrong one. Bearish double vertical and CBOE synth stock. Thank you. Good catch. Did I do that in the hunters? Nope, I was right in the hunters. Thank you for the mutual support. Okay. I'll answer questions in a second, but I'm not going to do what I did yesterday and forgot to tell you how to join Full Throttle. One more time, Full Throttle is not part of Solo Amazon. Solo Amazon's its own standalone service. This primary brief today and the accelerated retirement brief tomorrow and the training is what we call Full Throttle. Let me give you this link. So join Solo Amazon, but also join Full Throttle, or start in Solo Amazon and upgrade into Full Throttle, but they're two separate services. Okay, let me explain this real quick so there are no questions. Okay, so $295 a month. Okay, you get access to our two briefs, the primary brief today and the accelerated brief tomorrow. You get that options training, you get the manuals, and you get access to the ready room. Okay, that is kind of the gateway drug. Omar, we do have a lifetime membership. Shoot me an email if you want if you're interested in a lifetime membership. It's a higher investment, obviously. If interested in lifetime membership, email me. Wiz at, I usually don't, yeah, there you go, Omar. Shoot me an email, wiz@topgunoptions.com. David, I would like to change my monthly solo Amazon plan to yearly. David, just shoot an email to support@topgunoptions.com. Email support@topgunoptions.com. Okay. All right. So let me explain this though, folks. If you do the Full Throttle monthly for $295, you do not get access to this group, the hunters. You're not paying for it. You get the live trade briefs, the training, the manuals. You get access to a place over here called the Ready Room, but I don't post trades in there. This is just a back and forth. Okay. If you want to be in the hunters, you need to do either $497 a month or $29.95 for a year. That's why this one is blue and in the middle. This is a 50% discount. If you want to try the hunters for a couple months to kick the tires, it's $497. I'd prefer you stay in there for the rest of your life, but that's as a businessman, as Wiz and a buddy, you can kick the tires in the hunters for a couple months at $497. Go here, do the annual. Don't, what? Please stay in there as a businessman, as Gordon Gecko, as Wiz, upgrade into an annual, man. You save 50%. The vast majority of Full Throttle members are right here. They do an annual membership, $29.95. I mean, hell, I can make that in an S&P 500 trade sitting here. I usually make that in an S&P 500 trade sitting right here. I'll pay for your annual membership, folks. Look at the bottom of the screen right now on CNBC. Fed's pal. We have not experienced a hard landing. We are not in a recession. Oh my God. The fact that he's using the R word right now, I'm telling you folks, the swamp is going to hit Donald Trump with a shovel in the face with bad macroeconomic data. Do I care? Yeah. Do I not care? Yeah. I'm a trader, man. I'm here for it. I know it's coming. I will have double verticals on and I will dance as the market implodes. I'm going to rewind this after we get done and listen to his full testimony. Any questions on Full Throttle? This is where you need to go. The max. You save 50%. It's an annual membership. Hunters, this is where you try it out for a couple months. $295 is literally I want to check everything out, but you do not get access to that investment club. Isn't that hard? Omar, I'm only interested in the signals. I don't have time. I need to put my trade, forget it, and come back when the exit signal comes. Yeah, Omar, I post. So Omar, in the hunters, or the, it sounds like you might want to join Lifetime, you get an alert on your phone when I'm getting in and out of a trade. It's right here. So yeah, that's absolutely possible. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so over here, let me in the hunters, folks, we have two threads. One is, where I post some intel and commentary, right? Hey, I'm hearing this or this breaking news. And then there's the trade alerts thread where we just post trades. Duh, it's the trades only thread. So you can have your phone set to give you an alert every time, uh, you get an alert like that. Who asked that? Philip, what is an angel investment opportunity? Oh, I'm glad somebody recognized that on one of our on the member page. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are, if you join, you get access to potential incredible great deals. I offer stuff outside of Top Gun options to my members. People have invested in Healing Realty Trust. It's a REIT. I love when I like gently nudge my microphone. Where'd you lose me? Did you hear me briefing about Healing Realty Trust and stuff and all the angel opportunities? Did everybody hear that? Nope. So folks, what I was saying is, and you saw it on my screen, I'm not going to relitigate it. As a TGO member, you get outside investing opportunities. Healing Realty Trust. We're going public in July of 26. It's probably going to be, well, whatever. It's my retirement. So Healing Realty Trust. We talked about, I think that's what happened is my microdose hit my microphone here. Healing Realty Trust, a docu-series called No Fallen Heroes Extraction, a microdosing company. So if you join TGO, I offer up these potential outside investments to members. Nobody else gets access to that. Dr. Deborah Mash has joined my investment, she has joined our advisory board. So they are working on a ibogaine for alcohol use disorder. Why am I rambling about this? Because Dr. Mash, it's a privately held company. She's the CEO. She said, "Hey, Wiz, do you think any of your members would be interested in investing in Demorex?" I'm like, "Yeah, behind me first." So she's going to come and give us a brief. She is a 500-pound head in this space, folks. Look at the alcohol use disorder. They're in phase 1 trials right now. If you know my story, you know that after sitting with ibogaine once, looking at alcohol made me physically ill. It destroyed that. Okay. So, military discount on subscriptions. No, Joe. I'm I'm barely charging. I'm charging less than other people are charging for similar stuff, and they suck. So no military discounts, man. It's discounted enough. Show the trade again. Yeah, I can do that. Which one? SPX? Let me find it right there. There it is. Take a screenshot, guys. I told you repeatedly. You're looking at me in a window that's got a camera icon on the top. Take a screenshot. All right. Yeah, I'll give you the link. Full Throttle and Solo Amazon are two different services, and they are completely separate. $97 a month for Solo Amazon, $295 if you just want to kick the Full Throttle tires. But one more time, folks, if you do the $295 Full Throttle, you do not get access to the hunters. You need to be in an annual or a hunter's monthly. Do the hunters monthly for a little bit, and then email me and say, Wiz, that was stupid. I need to save money and do the annual. Questions? Can I show the upper and lower strikes again? About to take screenshot. Guys, we gotta, and I'm noticing people who are not members are asking me for the free stuff here. There is the trade, man. You're welcome. Join. If you were a current member, you would have gotten the alert by now. So I give way too much shit away for free. Okay, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be joining you all. You're going to be joining me from our hangar. I'm flying a reporter tomorrow, talking about our mission. So I'll be doing the brief from our hangar tomorrow morning. Join. I'm only limit. Oh, I forgot to brief this too. Well, I'll start counting them from today. Solo Amazon, I let as many people in there as humanly possible because it's a starting one. We limit Full Throttle memberships. It's 25 this quarter, or for this round. We're only taking 25 Full Throttle members. Why? Because I don't like a zoo. To be honest with you, we're kind of a nice tight knit squadron in our in our groups, and I don't like unwashed masses. I don't, we end up turning people away. So this is a nice tight knit squadron, and we're not for everybody, definitely. But if you think you can step up and be one of us, you're cleared hot to join. But we definitely do limit our memberships. All right, I got to go. I went over by 7 minutes. I'm not going to go long like I did again. I don't do this. Folks, I do not sit in front of this laptop or sit here all day and trade. I live, right? Trading helps me support everything I'm doing. It helps me support the foundation, put a roof over my head, take care of my kids. Other than that, I live, man. So if you want to sit here and day trade 8 hours a day and stare at a screen, God bless you. I'll refer you to some of my buddies. You don't need to do that. The synthetic stock positions, I've been covering are sit in the background and make money. And then this double vertical. Let me show you some of the testimonials, the case studies from yesterday. Bradley, from a member, I've made about 100 grand on Amazon in 3 years. That's what we're talking about here. Would you like to potentially make 6 figures in Amazon? Where's Vic? Thank you, Wiz. Up 50 grand since getting back into the group. Vic rejoined us in January, at the beginning of the year. And then Chuck, one of my star peoples, he's a lifetime member, plus 1 million, 2 years. His account in 2024, 240%, 30%. So, all right, good stuff, guys. I got to get going. I'll get the replay posted here shortly. It'll be on the replay page. If you're not a current member, it'll be on this page right here. This is yesterday's replay. If you didn't listen to Solo Amazon, go watch the Solo Amazon brief from yesterday, okay? But my phone's already buzzing, which means we're having members. We'll shut the door at 25. All right, guys, I got to go. Let's listen to Jerome Powell. Have a great rest of your day. Fights on. Namaste and basi basi. I'll see you all tomorrow from the hangar.